Okay, can everyone hear me? Let's get this show on the road. We'll do a little bit of audio check first, just to make sure people can hear me and the music isn't too loud and that kind of thing. So just let me know if there's any audio issues, like you can't hear my voice clearly enough or anything like that. We did do some testing yesterday, so hopefully it should be fine, but always worth checking before we get going. Welcome to everyone that's joining me for this live stream. Should be a good time. I want to start you guys off in a nice special location for this. All right, good stuff. Okay, so before I get too into it, let's just spend a little bit of time talking about what's going to be happening in today's stream. This is the channel's 14th anniversary. I started this thing in 2008, and it's been an incredible journey. And here we are in 2022, and I'm still here, still making content. And I, of course, wanted to celebrate with you guys and do a live stream. So thank you to everyone, of course, that's here today, that supported the channel. I love you guys, and it's thanks to you all that I get to be here today and still enjoy what I'm doing so much. So what are we actually doing today? So I've talked about it a couple of times on the channel, but in case people have missed those updates or they're confused about what this is, let me quickly give you guys an explanation. And hopefully if there's any people coming into the stream later on, they still don't get what's going on, you can kind of help out in the chat and let them know what's up. So this is a prototype version of Final Fantasy X. So what does that mean? Basically, I think it was maybe a year or two ago, something like that, I came across this prototype version of Final Fantasy X, and what it is basically a leaked developer version of the game. So this is not a retail copy of Final Fantasy X. This was designed to be kind of used, tested, and checked by people that were actually developing the game. And so it has menus and features in it that, of course, should usually be taken out before the main release, or they're hidden away. So that's why it's particularly interesting, and hopefully we'll be able to find and test some cool stuff from the game. Now, even for me, it took a very long time before I came across anything like this. I believe it was actually leaked in around 2008. There's like a wiki page about it, but it came to my attention like maybe a couple of years ago when I was randomly exploring on YouTube, and I found something really cool. And so I'm sure a lot of people in the chat today haven't seen this version of Final Fantasy X before, and all the little menus and the cool stuff in there. So what we're going to do today is to basically explore this prototype version. I've spent some time testing and playing with it, but there's just so many little options and menus and things that don't make sense that need to be tested and figured out. So we're going to have a look at it together and hopefully have a fun time. So that's the general kind of idea, and that's what this prototype version is. Now, what it isn't is it's not like a pre-release from even before the Japanese version. So yeah, someone said it would be neat to have the build where Tidus has the black hair. It's not that old. It's not from like 1999 or 2000 or anything like that. It's from in between the Japanese release of the game and the first US release of the game. So you're going to see some localization stuff as well, like missing localizations or localizations that aren't the same as the release and that kind of thing. So there's going to be definitely a lot of cool stuff here. David Smith, thank you so much for the big donation. Really appreciate it, man. So yeah, that's the general gist. Because there's so much to it, you'll see what I mean. This is something I wanted to make a video about originally, but when I started exploring it and seeing how it all works, I wasn't quite sure how to turn it into a video, and you guys will see what I mean once we actually go into it, because there's just so many menus, and a lot of it is broken or inaccessible and that kind of thing. But I think if we do it in this format and we kind of just experience it together, and you guys can tell me if there's anything you find interesting, like a menu option or a particular thing you want me to test, then we can all do that together. So that's a general intro. Thank you to everyone in the chat. There's a lot of you guys here. The live stream, thank you so much for the donation. Appreciate it. It's great to see so many familiar faces, of course, members of my mod team, channel members, and just regular viewers and newcomers too. thank you to everybody. There's too many people to like individually run through everyone, but really do appreciate it. So I think with that intro kind of out of the way, let's get going, and I'll immediately start to show you guys hopefully some things you've never seen before. So let's reset the game, and quite immediately you'll see something a little bit different about this build. Again, reminder that this is the US version of the game, so there are no Dark Aeons or Penance in this build. Okay, so we have the all familiar title screen, and you have the L1 debug menu, and this is basically the main meat of what we get to test out and play with today. KH Mixer, thank you for the donation, appreciate it. And so yes, this opens up this particular menu that you see here. Now, one thing that I'm pretty sure is that this isn't something that sort of, it's in the retail discs, it's just kind of hidden away. I'm pretty sure these are completely removed, so you can't like kind of find these. This is the only version of the game online that has these menus available. So that should be pretty interesting. I want to start with something more like Battle. This is a bit more straightforward, and then we can head into some more of the menus and see some more of the debug stuff. Now, for people watching, you guys can all play this too. It's available online, so if you know how to use an emulator and that kind of thing, you'll be able to find this. So if you just Google Final Fantasy X prototype, you'll be able to download like a file that can allow you to play this too. So if you want to test it and do some stuff after the stream, it's definitely a cool idea. And if you find anything cool that we didn't get to test today, definitely send it to me. So let's head into our first debug menu and have a little look at what's up. So are you aiming for prototype world record speedrun? I'm sure there's some really cool runs that you can do with this, like runs that normally you would need cheats for and that kind of thing. But yeah, no speedrunning for me, man. I'm definitely not a speedrunner. So yeah, this is a debug room. And I think people that have seen Final Fantasy debug stuff in the past will be kind of familiar. But these are the kind of rooms that the developers use to be able to kind of test stuff externally from the main game. So let's talk to this little cacti boy over here. So Battle Debug for DVD. So this gives you a whole bunch of options here. Let me put some music on in the background, because these don't have background music, these bits. It always feels a bit too silent. Okay, that should be better. Just let me know if the music's too loud. I think it should be fine. Just something a little bit in the background. Yeah, I'm not going to use the Final Fantasy X lo-fi. At the end of the day, the person who created the music, we agreed for me to be able to use it on a video. So I don't want to kind of just use their music whenever I feel like it. So I'd love to play the lo-fi, but I won't for this one. So okay, let's have a look. Jump into the beat. So yeah, battle settings. So what you can do is basically load up a save file and kind of set things up however you want to, and you can basically test every battle in the game. And so you get menus like this. So in the party menu, this one's pretty cool. I'm sure many of you have seen it before, but you can actually add Seymour to the party in the game. This is something you could do without this particular build of the game. I think if you had like these max replay cheat things and that kind of thing, you could add Seymour. And I'm pretty sure I've seen people do, well, people try to do like Seymour only runs and that kind of thing. So you get Seymour with the same stats and stuff that he has in the second Sinspawn Gree battle. And you can just have him in your party permanently if you want from the start of the game. So that's pretty funny. So you can just do like that if you want. Surgeon, thank you for the donation, appreciate it, man. And so you can do stuff like that, get all. So these are just developer things that really they're basically cheats that help you test the game quickly if there's something specifically that you want. But my favorite menu here is the Invincible menu. You can make your party invincible, you can make the enemies invincible, but my favorite is you can actually make yourself able to control every single enemy in the game. Input monster command on. So Final Fantasy VII people, you know that there's the manipulate materia, and so this is basically like having the manipulate materia that works on every single enemy in the game for the entire game. So you can see all of their moves, their move sets, and all that kind of stuff. So this was one of the things I enjoyed playing with the most. It's a really cool little feature. So we can turn that on. One Earth is full of arms. I think this is one of the things that's a bit broken in this. So full of arms, it literally fills your inventory with long swords. I guess maybe it's a quick way to test how the game works if you have a full inventory of equipment and you get more of them. So I think that's what it is. Originally I thought it was you can get like one of every single type of weapon, but that's not how it works in this menu, unfortunately. So what else? Magic and overdrive. So you can give yourself 0 MP cost and have a full overdrive gauge all the time. All of these kind of things. Wow, the arrow in chat. It really has been a while. Welcome to the stream, man. Glad you could join us. Yeah, Mace Erica talking about manipulate. Yesterday I was doing a test stream with some of my mods just to kind of make sure everything's working technically. And I forgot that it was called manipulate materia, and I was like, there's the one in Final Fantasy VII where you can control it. And all of the mods literally at the same time, they're just screaming, manipulate at me. They know their stuff, man. So, damage, this enables you to break the damage limit, or you can make everything do 1 damage, which is also kind of funny. And you can make sure that you can hit everything in the game as well. Get items, make sure you get rare items all the time. AP times 100, so no need for AP tricks. Gil times 100. Jen Marie, thank you for the donation, appreciate it. Info output, I thought this was to do with scan or something. You like have scan permanently activated, but I'm not really sure. I don't think it works too well. But the most fun feature is definitely input monster command. So once you do this, you can kind of set up the parameters that you want, and then you can basically load up any battle or any area in the game and just test it out and see how it works. So this is how they've kind of coded all of the different boss battles in the game, or areas. So hold on. Event battle, yeah. This one's more interesting. So have a look at the names of some of the stuff that they have for some of the battles. Fishman is kind of funny. Fishman is basically like the Sahagins. They've called Sahagins Fishman in the, I guess, under the hood in the developer stuff. What else? Let's have a look. Blade Monster. I'm pretty sure that's Click. We've got Feet Mecha E. I think these are just like the forced Albert Machina battles before Blitzerator. I think that's what they are. This is a Blitzerator, pretty sure. These are the Sahagins before you fight, well, before Auron basically joins the party. This is the one-hit KO enemy that Auron takes out. This one's interesting because the enemy you fight there is a Garuda type, I'm pretty sure, but they called it a Zoo in this one. Countdown boss should be Overdrive Sin. Oh wait, no, sorry, not Overdrive Sin. This is Crawler, actually. Isal is kind of funny. Isaru is just called Isal here. Orange Dragon boss is definitely the highest boss in the game. It kind of sounds so much cooler than it is when they call it like that, but yeah, I asked this to the mods yesterday as well. Let's see if, who the first person in the chat to get this will be. Which boss do you think Sinspall Missile is? I'll wait for some responses. Wham Tan, thank you for the donation, appreciate it. Yeah, okay, you guys got it pretty quick. So Xana can start. It's Sinspawn Amez. And I like the way that they called it Sinspawn Missile here, because it basically does look like a giant missile that gets impaled into the ground. But yes, it's Amez. So let's have a look at one of the bosses. I want to show... another interesting thing here, by the way, I just noticed. So you've got Yevon Protector 1 and Yevon Protector 3. So this is Sanctuary Keeper, and this is Spectral Keeper. Where is Yevon Protector 2? Does that mean that there was another like Yevon Protector boss that they removed from the game? That's kind of interesting. I didn't notice this last time. But this is why I like to kind of research this stuff, I guess. And in the most recent video I made, I called for people to see if they could, I don't know, mess around and data mine these games and stuff and see if they can find anything interesting. But yeah, no Yevon Protector 2 battle that I've seen, so that's kind of cool. But I'm going to fire this one up. This is Seymour Flux, and it will give me a chance to show you guys how this actually works. It's like Jack Shot 3, there is no 1 or 2. So let me fire this one up. Yeah, the cacti's having the time of its life. I put Seymour in the party here. I don't know if it's going to glitch out. There you go, he's there. Seymour versus Seymour Flux. Nice. So you automatically go in with no sphere grid stats unless you load a save or you do some other stuff. But yeah, you get to literally control the boss in the game, which is really cool. The only thing that doesn't work so nice, so you can't, I guess, kind of recreate battles fully, is if they have counterattacks, it doesn't really work. So you can't make them use their counterattacks, unfortunately. So it's not like this auto kind of thing that works. So their counterattacks get disabled. But we can just make it do whatever the hell we want. So it can use cross cleave against itself. A lot of glitchy, weird stuff. I'm hoping too many of these won't break the game, but you can mess around with a lot of things here. Yeah, so another thing I can show you guys is trigger command. I believe the reason these come under trigger commands is because they're to do with like counters within the game. So these moves are triggered and dependent on other actions in the game rather than just whether or not they have the move or not. So one thing I definitely want to share is that I've mentioned this before, but you guys can actually see it in action properly for the first time. Seymour Flux has a move that doesn't get used. Well, technically Multi has a move that doesn't get used, and that's actually Biora. So this move was in the moveset, and it has its own animation, and it works, but for some reason they removed it from the final build of the game. So Biora is something that could have been used. And that's what it looks like. So that's pretty cool. P-Bird put Biora back in, yeah. So there you go. That's something that P-Birdman discovered through his data mining for the game. So it's something that has been known for a long time, but it was cool to see. It does look just like Bio. It has probably a higher damage constant or something like that. But we can see Seymour's overdrive as well. Why not? Bio, but Bio. Yeah, I'd have to check. I'd probably have to ask P-Birdman if it has a higher damage constant. I'm pretty sure it should, even though the animation's the same. There is no Bioga, unfortunately. We couldn't find one. I don't know if they ever had it originally, but we haven't been able to find it. I think if you use Total Annihilation against itself, it breaks the game, unfortunately. But yeah, this is just definitely one of the most fun things to play around with in the game. I've really enjoyed messing around with this. Live stream, welcome to the membership on the channel. Appreciate it. But yeah, obviously with no sphere grid stats, we can't really do too much. But yeah, this is the general gist. So if there's any other bosses that you're curious about seeing, their move sets or like seeing them mess around like this, let me know which bosses you're interested in, and we can fill it out. Are there any tiers for memberships? No, it's just a one-off thing. It's mostly for people that hang out in the live streams and stuff. So you guys get the green name, you get the badge, you get the extra emojis and that kind of thing. I don't believe you can gift memberships. It's one of those annoying things. I think Twitch is like known for that, but you can't do it, unfortunately. But yeah, this is one of the coolest features. You can literally run through the entire game and do this with whichever boss you like. So that's dope. So we can reset and just basically fire this up again and just do it for a different boss. Evray or Unilesca. Okay, let's have a look. Event battle. Let's fire up Evray. Yeah, we'll do Evray, Unilesca, and Brass's Fine Leon. And then we'll move on to something else. Does it reset everything? Let me just double check. Oh wait, no, okay. You can still keep this. Even if you reset the game, you still get to keep this. So sometimes it's kind of funny that stuff like out of breath range is just the name of a move. I'm not sure why it's clipping like this, by the way. Like, I'm not sure what's going on with Lulu and that piece of the airship. That's weird. Yeah, weird things happen. Is it possible for Dark Yojimbo to do Zanmato on itself? You'd probably have to use some kind of cheats or something. Like I say, this is the US version, so there's no Dark Aeons here. I guess you can get him to use guided missiles, like even though he's not really prepped for it. I don't know if this will break things. Yeah, I guess if you try to use it before you've pulled out, it breaks the game. It's a cool shot. But this is what I mean. When you're testing and you're messing around with this, a lot of things will break the game while you're trying to experiment and test it. So right now, it's completely locked. You have this menu, by the way, you haven't seen this yet. These are like ongoing things that are running while the game is, and you can kind of see these change as you try things. And you can see the buttons that you're pressing and that kind of thing. So it's almost like the speedrunner thing, where they show which buttons the speedrunners are pressing so you can track what they're doing and stuff. But this is all kind of too complicated for me. I don't understand what's going on, like what a lot of these things mean and that kind of thing. Some are obviously obvious, like the T-dot animation, I'm assuming it just means Titus animation and that kind of thing. But yeah, there's just so much to mess around with here. So now I'm literally forced to reset the game because we've broken it. So it didn't take too long, really broke it. Does a Tomberry still counterattack itself with Karma if it attacks itself? Good question. Like I mentioned before, I'm pretty sure that doesn't work, because when we get to control the monsters, the counterattack stuff seems to be disabled. We can quickly test it and see what it does. But I think because I completely reset it, I have to put this back in again. Yeah, so we have to put that back in. What you can do is you can load a save. Let's say you have a save that already has everything in it. So I created this save earlier that has everything in it, and I think you can just go back now and load this save, and you basically have access to the monster arena, and you can control all of the enemies in there. So let's have a look at that. Does skip story mean you can skip cutscenes? It actually does. Well, I guess yes and no is the answer. You can skip to basically any point in the story. But from what I know, I haven't actually seen something that allows you to skip the cutscenes. So even in the debug version of Final Fantasy X, I don't think you can actually skip cutscenes. So yeah, they're really strict about you being able to skip cutscenes in this game. So let me show you guys something. Let's try Tomberry. I think the save sphere is not working because you haven't technically made it to this point in the story. I used a skip. Now, if you notice Riku's arm, Riku's gone like full Barrett and turned her arm into like a blade kind of thing. She literally has an arm blade. You might be wondering why that is. I was setting up this save yesterday just so that I had a quick reference save. And I needed to give these guys a few weapons that I wanted to use. And I forgot to change the appearance of Riku's weapon. And that's why she has a longsword arm. But I kind of wanted to keep it because it's hilarious. So that's why Riku has such a messed up weird arm. It almost fits really cool. Like if you look at the positioning of it, if it was a different type of blade, it almost looks natural. It's really weird. But yeah, she's got a Titus longsword for an arm. You can really mess with this game. So, okay. This is interesting. I haven't seen this before. I guess because it only operates off counters, the counters don't appear in this menu. So you literally can't really do anything. Now, does the counter still work? I don't know. Let's just test it with the longsword arm. I guess the counters really do get disabled when you're in this mode. Yeah, so unfortunately you don't get to see if that works or not. I should probably teach Titus Flea so we can test out some more stuff quickly. But we can check a couple of Monster Arena things here as well. Can I even give him Flea? I think I can, right? It's like here. Jay Stewart, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. Just quickly give him Flea. BCX Redemption, thank you for the kind words. Let me check a few more things in the Monster Arena now that we have this mode opened. So it was another debug menu that I went through to be able to get some of these things to appear. And again, for some reason when you use that, you don't get these unlocking, but this is cool. The menu sounds are gone here. I don't know why. I guess maybe because I haven't technically unlocked these yet. But let's have a look at some of these. So let's have a look at Shinryu. I think that's one of the first ones I wanted to show. So I set these up. That's why the names and stuff are wrong. I just made sure I had the abilities I wanted. We can have a look at some of this too. So for example, you guys can see some of the localizations weren't completed yet in this build. So you've got triple drive instead of triple overdrive. And evade and counter is just called evade and hit at the moment. So some of these earlier localizations were kind of funny too. For this one, there's also a couple. Let's have a look at the customization menu to see them all. There's definitely a few more. Magic counter. So they've got magic counter, but they've got evade and hit. So I guess that one hadn't been implemented yet. Yeah, so they haven't added overdrive to these. But then you've got mega damage. So instead of break damage limit, it used to be just called mega damage. I'm sure this was a placeholder name. I can't see this being like one that they were seriously considering to have for the final release. But yeah, it was called mega damage previously. Hey man, love the channel. Can you change the music? This is just the game's own music in the background. I don't think I can do that in this version of the game, unfortunately. Mega Damage is my new punk band name. Mega Damage does sound cool, but it kind of just sounds a bit, I don't know, almost silly. I think I prefer break damage limit. At least you kind of know more specifically what it is. And then, as expected, you've got Mega HP and Mega MP as well. I want Giga Damage ability. That would have been cool. Like break the 99,000 limit as well. James Lyon, thank you for the big donation. Really appreciate it, man. You introduced me to Final Fantasy X and it has been my favorite FF since. That's what I'm talking about. Good stuff. It doesn't get better than that. So let's check a couple enemies here. Let's see. I don't know why we have multiples of these. Like, there's 3 Shinryus apparently, but okay. So yeah, this is basically no sphere grid Shinryu, and this is one way to beat it. Unfortunately, you can't kind of show off a legitimate win here, because again, the counter attacks are one of the main reasons it's also almost impossibly difficult to do. But this is what NSG Shinryu kind of looks like. Hey Fenrir, thanks for joining the stream and the kind words. Can you use other characters? Yeah, you can. I'll show that in a second. I'll show you guys a little bit of no sphere grid Shinryu. I don't know if the mix list is completed in this thing, Riku's mix list. We can see if they have different names. Yeah, I'm going to check the other party members in a sec. Still managed to hit the 12 hit attack reels. Since this is the US version of the game, it runs at a different frame rate to the ones that I'm used to. I thought maybe I'll mess it up. So yeah, this is kind of clear proof that the AI is very simple. It is really just, it's basically a 1/3 chance of either one being used. And so to do no sphere grid Shinryu, you basically need it to not use either of these 2 moves like 25 times, 30 times or something like that. And so you guys can do the maths. It's like 1/3 to the power of 25 or something like that to get it to use basically attack the entire time. And that's why it's pretty close to impossible. Yeah, so our characters are invincible too, because I've modded it that way. That's why she didn't die. But let's see. I think what happens, by the way, the game won't let you swap anyone in, but let me test something. I'll show you guys something quickly. I remember trying to put a character underwater to fight Evre Altana to test what happens. So let me test that one. Let me see if I can set this up. Battle settings, party. We'll have Yuna, Kimari, and Lulu in the front party. How long are you estimating your stream today? No idea. I'm hoping at least like a good 3 hours, 3-4 hours, something like that. So yeah, we can keep that on, and now I'll just load up a battle that's underwater. Every water. Hey Toby, welcome to the stream. Glad you can join us. My friend Toby Ott is here. Great guy and star of the Gaming Through New Eyes documentary that I made. So it's got 2 different photon sprays, by the way. Interestingly here, as you can see, sorry, I was reading the chat, Yuna's animation still actually works. She's not T-posed, which is kind of interesting. But obviously Kimari and Lulu don't have any animations for this situation. But the fact that Yuna's one isn't T-posed is weird. I don't know why, but fair enough. Which controller am I using? I'm using a PS4 controller to play on the emulator. There you go. Yuna works, definitely. And then from here you kind of continue the story. Oh wait, no, you go back to here. Okay. I want to use a move with Yuna, so I'm going to load it again. Yuna is a nose because of that fight in the Moonflow, I assume. Because she's underneath, I guess, yeah, because she's in Extractor. She's actually like underwater inside the Extractor. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Oh, what, even when I skip a turn it dies? Why does that happen? That's weird. Okay. I can't even skip a turn. Let's try this again. Seriously, this is the kind of thing that you can just lose yourself in for hours and hours and hours. There's just so much stuff to do. We haven't even scratched the surface. It's been over half an hour. We haven't even really got started yet. I'm going to try and get it to attack. Oh, okay. It's got 0 HP for some reason. Whoa, Kimari's head animation worked. Did you guys see that? That was so weird. He like looked up at the attack. That's odd. That was really creepy. I'm going to do a different underwater boss. I just want to see if I can make Yuna move underwater and try and attack and just see what happens. Okay. Ever easier than Dragon Boss, that's true. Okay, let's see what happens when Yuna tries to use a move. I guess it works. She takes like the first step, then kind of slides over, just warps over to it. So, even though they're T-posing, I guess the game still registers. Yes, indeed. Happy Mother's Day, by the way, to everyone celebrating, to all the mums out there, all the people celebrating with their mothers. Hope you guys have a great day. It's Mother's Day in Turkey as well, actually. But yeah, okay. So this is what happens, basically, I think, when it's the enemy's turn sometimes, or if the camera angle is going to change and that kind of thing. Because you have characters that don't have underwater animations, it breaks the game. So it's very sensitive. Like when you try to play like this, there's a whole number of things that can completely break it. And when this happens, you basically have to reset the entire game. So again, we're totally stuck here. As you can see, I'm pressing the reset shortcut and it just doesn't do anything. So you have to start it again. Literally watching with my mum. That's really cool. Shout out to King Z and their mother. Aaron, welcome to the stream. Breaking the game one thunder spell at a time. Yeah, so I think the final thing maybe I'll show from this is just to show Braskel's Fine Leon. Like I say, we could probably just spend 4 hours just doing the battle menu, but I want to show you guys some more things. So I'll try not to drag it on too long for this particular part. But there's just way too many things. I would like to do an entire run of the game while using this, just so we can mess around with it, but if the counterattacks and stuff worked, it would have been nice. It would have allowed you to see a lot more stuff. Okay, event battle. Let's fire this up. It's also weird that it always plays this music, by the way. I guess because this is like testing debug version, it always plays this music no matter which battle you go into. I wonder what is Who's First. Who's First is, as it sounds, is basically whether every battle is going to be a ambush or a preemptive strike or randomized, basically. So you can basically get a preemptive strike every time if you want, or be ambushed every time. So yeah, this is Jack Form 1 moves, or do they have all of them here? Yeah, I think they have 1 and 2, so they have both forms here. It's still really weird to face this boss with the wrong music. It's strange. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it. If you guys haven't seen it yet, it's a really cool video. It's the video I published yesterday about the little discovery that I found about Sin and Sin's involvement in a particular cutscene. So definitely worth watching if you haven't yet. Can you use Power Wave on Tidus? The graphics hold up well for an older game. I agree. I really do. I mean, I think this has some enhancements. I've kind of upped the resolution and stuff because it's emulation, but I still think it generally holds up well. Is it the last one? Maybe they made the normal battle theme for every fight to show it wouldn't get boring. It's a pretty good battle theme, I'm gonna say. Draw sword, blade, blitz. Let's make it use ultimate Jack shot on itself. See if this breaks it. But yeah, Otherworld is of course epic, and for this particular battle it just suits it so well. But yes, Erica is correct. If you haven't smashed that like button, please do. It always helps. Especially with this one, because it's the kind of video that a lot of people will want to find in the future. It would be nice. And the more likes and stuff it has, of course, it always helps for newbies to find the channel and these particular videos. Okay. Well, at least we got the right U-Pagoda to stop. But yeah, this is one of the, I still think one of the coolest things you get to do with this. Basically the manipulate materia. Thank you, Nico. Appreciate it. Hopefully we get to do this for many years to come. Jack looks a little bit like General Radahn. Actually, you know what? You're kind of right. I never considered that. If you don't know who Radahn is, we're talking about Elden Ring. You can Google it, but yeah, does give some Radahn vibes. Missing the poor horse underneath, but definitely does. So draw sword, this is basically the animation to transition into form 2. So you can just use that now. You mean Radahn looks like Jack? Yes, Jack is the OG. Someone texted asking if I was opening the bar at noon. Told them I was opening the bar when I finished watching a Final Fantasy stream. Response was sounds about right. Yeah, I had someone also say that, God forgive me, I'm missing church for this stream today, so... Appreciate you guys. Final Fantasy X and Elden Ring are connected. Yeah, there's something there, man. I don't know. But yeah, this is the general. Can he use Triumph and Grasp against himself? This would look very weird. Yeah, that's pretty trippy. But yeah, this is the general idea. And you can just basically do this to pretty much every boss in the game. I really do wish that you could use this with the Dark Aeons. If it was a build for that, it would have been really fun. But unfortunately we can't. So this is one of the coolest and I guess main features of this prototype build of Final Fantasy X. And if you ever want to do it, you can literally just download this, play it on your emulator, and keep this function on basically for the entire run. And you can start a new game, and you can play through the entire game with this toggled on basically. And you can see every single monster's moveset and that kind of thing. So you can literally, I think, you can kind of just select one of these, or you can just start the save and that kind of thing. The build name, you literally just type in Final Fantasy X prototype into Google, and it should be one of the first links. It's like proto Final Fantasy X. So that's what they've called it. Okay. Is there anything else I want to show for this bit? I think not for now. Sphere monitor, I think this gives you like the ability to just check the different sphere monitors in the game. But there are just so many little mini options here, and so many of them that that are broken or that don't function as intended, or you don't know how they work, and that's why it was so difficult to kind of figure out how to turn this into like a singular video or something like that. So that's why I think this is probably one of the best ways to do it. Can you use this with trigger commands or dialogue? I don't think so, from what I know. Where is training school? These are just literally the first spheres that you get, like tutorial spheres, I'm pretty sure. So let's fire one up. Oh, okay, this is the Monster Arena one. Well, there goes that theory. Arms shop of training school. So, okay, training school is another word for Monster Arena, basically. Arms shop test. So these are all just different ways to just test different menus and things in the game to see if they work or not, basically. Tutorial data make, tutorial go. Tudus, this is funny. So forget the Tidus and the Tidus debates. Tudus is the true name. No one can convince me now that the name is Tidus. It was Tudus. So you can just test this to make sure that works. This is clearing out Monster Arena stuff, so this is how I activated like Shinryu and stuff. But yeah, we got his name should be Tudus. I think in my next playthrough I'm going to call him Tudus. All get. Okay. Now this one to me is quite interesting. This doesn't actually change anything, I believe, but you have change sphere buad. I'm reading that as board almost. So it's kind of New York accent way to say board or something. But what's interesting is there's 3 different options here. So we normally have standard sphere grid and expert sphere grid. Does that mean that there was another one at some point or not? I'm not really sure. Have you got any interest in making videos for the other Final Fantasy debug sections? Maybe, why not? I don't know. I mean, I'd imagine there's other channels that, especially like Final Fantasy 7, I'm sure the debug rooms have been done to death, so I'm not sure how much scope there is for it, but we'll see. I mean, I don't know. And Tudus needs a 2-pack Dream Life tattoo on his belly. So yeah, I mean, it's possible. Maybe there was another sphere grid type or like a test type that they had with like a different arrangement or something like that. But yeah, a lot of these things is not always clear. Now, this is something I want to show you guys too. This is interesting to me. So I'll show you guys why in a second. Let me see. Starts totally blank, have to earn the spheres to populate the grid. I mean, there might be some weird, funky modding opportunities like that, I don't know. Yeah, Blitz Scout. Let me have a look at this. Okay, so this menu I found pretty interesting. This is, of course, to just test out different things to do with Blitzball, recruiting different players and giving them different abilities and that kind of thing. And so, let's have a look. So my guess was, when having a look at this, I think these are some of the best players or their favorite players, because I don't know why they specifically chose these guys. The common factor is that most of them are good players, especially at high levels. So this is Velucha, so Birucha, Tatsu, Tats, Lina. This is Nedis, I think. Is this Nedis? No, or is this... If it was Nida, she's in the Calmlands. I think this is Nedis. Or as we call him around the office, Steve. Brother is... They've kept him as brother. Miyu, Maguado, and... Yeah, actually this might be Nedis. It's hard for me to... No, this one is Nida, because Nagi is actually Calmlands, which I found interesting, so let's just confirm that. So yeah, I think now it loads up the area you can scout that player. So that's basically how it works. So with this context, that menu shows some players that you can recruit. Now, the reason why I found this menu interesting is because, of course, everyone's already talking about Duran. Now, what I found weird was, as you can see, this name right here is missing. And it says Yojimbo. Now, what that means, obviously, it will take you to the area where the sunken cave is. And so this missing name here is Duran. Now, that, to me, I found really weird. Like, it's almost like he's been erased at like the most fundamental level. Even in the debug menu, he's not there. So this is really weird. So let's just press it anyway. I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. Yes, even in the prototype, Duran is a mystery. So I would have thought that, I don't know, because all of those other characters, even with like a new game or like a save file where you haven't got any of them, they all still appear. But Duran is missing even in that one. So I find that very weird. Thank you for the donation, Kat. Appreciate it. But yes, the Durran mystery deepens. Even in the prototype mode, he is missing from some of the Blitzball scouting options in the game. I still haven't been able to find him in terms of, like, that's still, I think, one of the greatest discoveries, if anyone ever found Durran somehow. But yeah, this is one of the things that you can test. Sykes room, by the way. But some stuff, like, you can't go backwards once you've gone into it. This just takes you straight to the different rooms. This says Albed Sykes room, by the way. Okay. For a second I thought, could you get into the other locker room in Luca? Fair enough. So yeah, unfortunately, no new information about Durran, other than the fact that he is very missing in the game, even in the debug menus and that kind of thing. iSnipers HD, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. But I think when it comes to the battle menu, who is Durran? Oh, you're in for a treat. Durran's one of the most legendary mysteries of Final Fantasy X. EA Burns, appreciate the donation, thank you. Damn, Sniper's making it rain, appreciate it, thank you. So the Blitzball one, again, there's just a lot of stuff here and a lot of options. I was looking at, what was it? I like the init. Yeah, someone wrote init, bruv. Yes. Key power setting. There's just so many. It takes so much time to just learn all of these different options. Now, I found this menu while I was having a look around, and you guys will remember, I think, was it anti-drain, the one that you can't tech copy? The one that they basically, for whatever reason, it's basically impossible to tech copy in the game, even though it shouldn't be. I was trying to see if there was like something evidence here about that being a bug. So there's drain bug with a tackle bug, tackle away bug, tack rate bug. So I'm not sure what these are, but I can't really see what they activate. It just needs so much more testing. And part of why I wanted to make this video was to hopefully get people watching this to just go into these menus and just really... It would probably take a community effort to really exhaust everything here and to just find everything that's possible. There's just too many things, unfortunately. So you can kind of just load all of this up, and it loads a Blitz game with the parameters that you've set, basically. But I didn't even pick a team, so I think I don't have a team here. Yeah, so... This is another thing that happens a lot in this build. You see a lot of weird stuff like this. I guess these were originally in Japanese, and for some reason these ones don't have their English localization characters. So a lot of it is just trial and error. You have to test what's in there. Livestream and Tanya, thank you guys for the donations. Let me just try one of them, because I mean, with a lot of these, even though they're grayed out, you can still click them. Okay, you can have original Aurochs here. Japan trying to hide Durran's identity. Indeed. So is this all like key abilities? No. Okay, we've got some random abilities here. Okay, right. These are to do with bugs, I guess. So maybe does it mean that these were originally bugged somehow? It's hard to say, really. Volley shoot, by the way. I'm pretty sure it should be volley shot. It's volley shot in the final release, right? Volley shoot just sounds wrong. I'm pretty sure that's wrong. So you can see the little bits and pieces of localization not being finished, which I kind of thought was cool. There's definitely more of them. There's some weapon names and stuff that are different as well. So you can literally set this up. Can I still just play it like a normal game? Yeah, I can. Okay. I actually have a really cool Blitzball idea for the future that I'm probably going to live stream as well. I'm not going to say exactly what it is for now, but it's something that I've kind of jotted down and made some preparations for, and I'll do that when the time is right. But we got some Blitz content to come as well. Yeah, shoot would have hurt my grammar, solved too much. Yeah. This sounds sloppy, but I don't always come onto live stream chat, but love this community. Appreciate it, Tanya. We love you too. I'm definitely blessed. You guys are a great bunch, and it's always a fun time. I realize it's been a long time since I did any live streams, and it's something I definitely need to get back to doing a little bit more regularly. So I'm hoping to be able to do a bit more of this in the future. So like hopefully future Hangout videos, I want to do it as more of a live stream format, and just I have ideas for streams that I want to do. So hopefully more of them to come. James485, thank you for the donation, appreciate it. But yeah, the Ronso are unfortunately just not great in this game. It would be kind of nice if they gained more speed. Hey Syke, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you, man. But yeah, there's nothing more to see here. I didn't know if we were going to see some kind of bug or something, because I selected a few options like that, but haven't seen it. I love donuts, thank you for the donation. Always loved that name, man. Makes me hungry, but it's a great username. But yeah, we're going to reset here to show you guys even more things. Yeah, in general, thank you all so much for the donations. It's been a massive donation day. Lots of birthday love for the channel. Thanks for tuning in, Sharon. See you next time. Take care. Right. So I'll look at Blitzball menu for the final time, and then we'll see. We'll move to a different part. There's some really interesting stuff to come. So if you're sticking around, you'll see some really cool stuff. Hopefully. Is there a way to kind of explore Final Fantasy X world with walk-through walls? Yes, basically. Well, to a degree. So I was talking about this in the video that I put out yesterday. So there's a website called noclip.com, and noclip has basically all of the maps from the games uploaded, and they have Final Fantasy X-2 as well. 10 as well, I guess. 10-2 makes it sound like Final Fantasy X-2. But yeah, you can basically pick most of the maps in the game, and you have like a free camera, and you can kind of just explore it as you see fit. So it's really cool. Now, love parameters, weird. Albedo language level. This one doesn't do anything, I believe. I tested this one before. Does it do anything? Yeah, some of them just lock the game. So there's a lot of tantalizing things in here where, like, I saw a test map 0803 and I was like, oh my god, we'll get to go to like this never before seen part of the game, or like Battle Arena, or like a different style of Blitzball game or something. But unfortunately, there's just a lot of things that don't work anymore, so it's got completely stuck again. But I do wonder, I mean, it does make me think, are there ways to sort of salvage this? The reason I say it is because one of the things that actually got me into looking up this kind of stuff was a YouTube channel run by a guy called Lance McDonald, and he works a lot on Soulsborne stuff, especially like Bloodborne, and he was able to find and repair a lot of stuff that was cut from the final release of the game. So he found a lot of broken things that he was able to basically go in and repair. I mean, he must be some kind of, I guess, like code wizard, and he can repair stuff, and he found like he rediscovered areas that were sort of hidden away and stuff. And that's why, I don't know, I see these kind of things and I just wonder, are there people out there that can, let's say, test map 0803, can they find a way to fix it? I don't know. But we need people from the community that are kind of savvy with this sort of stuff to really dig into this and see if they can find any cool stuff from this build of the game. So yeah, love para. Can we fix the laughing scene? I think this is like affection, by the way. I don't know, you can't set it, but I guess this maybe means like select who your highest affection is, and that affects different outcomes in the game. But yeah, other than this, I think there's just a lot of skipping around to different areas of the game. So I think we can conclude this particular menu at this stage. So let me fire this up. Okay. I can't hear Savvy without thinking of Captain Jasper. High affection from Oren. Yes, for anyone who doesn't know, I guess I might as well quickly mention this. Based on your affection, you can actually get a snowmobile scene with Oren. That's another thing that I think a lot of people might not have seen. It's not easy to get, but you can have a snowmobile scene with him if your affection is the highest with Oren. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, you've never seen it, you should definitely look it up. It's a really cool little scene. So yeah, now event is basically one of the other ones where most of the good stuff is at. Will I be able to rewatch the stream later? Yes, you can. It will be on the channel, especially because this general thing is something I've never shared on the channel before. I'd love people to watch it afterwards as well. So what we have here, these are basically debug rooms for developers. So you guys are going to see some names that you should hopefully recognize from Final Fantasy X. So people like Toriyama, Kitase, and Nojima. So important figures in like the writing and directing of the game. And these are basically debug rooms where they get to test aspects of the game that they're tasked with or that they're interested in. So we're going to load some of these up and see what we find. So I think I'll do this one now. The Iwabuchi one is really interesting. So if there's anyone that's going to leave in like the next minute or two, I'd advise you to stick around because what you're about to see is really quite weird and hilarious. So I'm going to start this one and you're going to see something you've basically never seen before. So let's go into this one. Or is it this one? Shit. Let me make sure it's the right one. I don't want to clickbait people here. Which one was it? Yes, this is the right one. Okay, let me go into this. Okay, buckle up. This is weird. So this is some kind of weird test cutscene to test different animations and camera angles. It gets weird. Waka just always looks funny, man. Okay, now things are gonna get very weird. Waka looks high. Alright, watch the music change. Oh, the orange theme and Keeper's face. This is all so random, man. I love this. The first time I saw this, I was like, what on earth is going on? It gets weirder. Yeah, giant keeper. Maybe his catch would have gone up if he was this big to start with. Just madness. And then just Oren just bops in. He's the only one with his sword still. This scene is just ridiculous. Just giant keeper chilling in the background. Exactly. Why in 20 years have I never seen or heard of this? It's really weird. I came across this literally like maybe a year or two ago. It's hilarious. All of this is canon. And also the little Mindy in the background just chilling throughout this entire thing. Okay, so I think this officially brings to an end whatever the hell that was. Obvious assumption is it's some kind of animation and camera angle test, or like edit test or something like that. But yeah, it's one of the weirdest and most interesting things of the debug version of Final Fantasy X. And of course, it doesn't exist in any other version of the game, so it's really weird. But yeah, just as soon as it cuts to Keeper, it just gets absolutely hilarious. The way the Auron theme starts playing, and it's just like this dramatic shot of a low poly Keeper, just hilarious. Okay, so let's have a look at this menu. Thank you, Soaps. Yeah, add in dancing loses half on the joke of a racing theme. That's just not worthy. Yeah, I want to know why Keeper was even there. Yeah, that's hilarious. It was like a precursor to him ending up with like 99 shot at level 99. They knew he grows up when he gets to level 99. Okay, so yeah, this is like another menu. Event jump, as you might have guessed, this is just taking you to different points in the story without having to go through them. For some reason, the Calm Lands, they called it Nagi Plain. I don't know if Nagi or it means something in Japanese, but they refer to the Calm Lands as Nagi Plain in this version. Keeper is the new Yevon. I don't know what the pre-treatment system means here. I don't know what they do there. Legendary arms. This is to test different scenarios in which you can basically get them. Let me show you something to do with that. Legend clearance. Was this the right one? No. Strengthening setting. It was one of these. Yeah, something like that. All required things. Arms possession. Yeah, so this is how they could just quickly test what happens when you get... Nagi means calm. There you go. Okay, so calm plains, calm lands. That's cool. So yeah, you can test these, and another thing worth showing is before they came up with the Kalad bulk localization, it was just called Ultima Weapon, which I find pretty interesting. So Tyus' celestial weapon was known as Ultima Weapon for a while in development. I think the rest are the same. Let's go through them anyway, but I'm pretty sure they're the same. But there is something about Kimari's celestial weapon that I'm hopefully going to show you guys at some point. I need to look up exactly what menu it's in, but it's a nice little thing. It's still called Ultima Sword in Japanese, and I believe most localizations, including at least the German one. See, that's also interesting. So they ran with that for most of it. Carafian, what about stuff like break damage limit and break HP limit? Based on this build, we've seen it literally be called like mega damage and mega HP. I'm pretty sure it wasn't called that, but for people that have played like retail versions of other languages, maybe you can let me know. You got Ultimate Weapon by dancing with a giant keeper. Yeah, so I think this gives you like powered up versions of them, and then you can use them. Keeper is actually a Titan. So yeah, you can set that up, and then I guess you can just go to a different area. This Belgamine one, I believe, this implies like this is when she's still a stranger to you, meet her for the first time. This is probably second time, and then Remium Temple. Rich Man gives you some money, and Saito map. It takes you to another debug map, I believe. So you can do all of this stuff and basically just load up like whatever you want. Yojimbu Dungeon. Danjian, sorry. Not dungeon, Danjian. After a Ginemu end. I love these. Ah, it doesn't let you? Okay, you just have to flag it. I love Dangians. What version of the game can you get a debug? It's you have to Google FFX prototype and you'll get it from there. But yeah, actually, I gave myself 2. I didn't manage to get all of the stuff equipped for it, but Danjin is Wisconsin for dungeon. Dangs 08, Ian. But yeah, that's the general gist. So that's one. I'm not going to go too far into it, but Dangs 08, Danjin, right? Yeah, so one of the translation things I am curious about is... I want to be a Danjin. Yeah, so I didn't get all of the items now, but basically break HP limit is known as Mega HP in this version. So anyone with any official translations, like retail versions, let me know if they use the phrase Mega to refer to like break HP limit and break damage limit and stuff. See you later, Surgeon. Thanks for joining us, and thank you for the donation as well. Take care. Have a good day. I think we found a new name for your follower base, Dangians. Okay, so let's have a look at another room. So again, there's just endless little options to mess around with, but I'd prefer to kind of move to the next one and just see what else we can find. I want to show each of these at least once. Let's try this one, Nakazato. Okay, so this one is a very classic debug room. Just a bunch of NPCs. I like that they got the cat and the dog here as well. It's kind of cool. I feel like we kind of peaked on it. To be fair, we probably did, but I didn't want to make people kind of hang out for 3 hours if you've got stuff to be doing. I didn't want to take too long to get to it. Wanted to give people enough time to get into the stream and also just see some of the best bits. Break HP limit is called HP Genkai Toppa in Japanese. Okay.
Stand back.
Yeah, so they each have like a little quote.
Honest? Come on, let's go.
This Yuna you can't interact with. You can move her around, I guess, but she doesn't interact in any way. And Waka, he's just there, but you can completely kind of go through him. So if you want to reenact the finale with Titus and Yuna with Waka instead, you can kind of just do this. Have a moment with Waka here. It's infinite nothingness for miles. I guess it's worth checking how infinite it really is. Is there an end to it? I mean, it could be. I'm sure there is an end, but it could be ridiculously big. I don't know. Let's just see how far we can go. Thanks, please never do that again. Yeah, at this stage I can't tell if I'm kind of still on the spot, if I'm running into an invisible wall, or if I'm still getting further away. It's like Tron. I mean, it does seem like I did keep running, by the way, considering how long it's taking to come back. It's invisible treadmill. Yeah, it does seem like it's a really huge area. Hey Yusul, welcome to the stream. But yeah, again, more debug menus here. Let's see. Save fucky demo. Okay. Let's try it. I guess maybe this takes you to the final part of like the demo. Is HP expander in German? I think someone already mentioned it. Can I run in this area? Oh, okay, this is interesting. I can pan the camera here. I don't know if at the end of the demo this is a screen, like a screensaver screen that they use. I don't know if anyone's ever played the demo version of Final Fantasy X. I think there's two demos. There's a Zanarkand demo and there's a Besaid demo. So someone can confirm if they have played it, whether this is just like an end screen for that. But it's kind of weird. I can literally just pan the camera around, and I don't think there's anything else I can do. Okay. Weird. See you later, Aaron. Thanks for dropping by. Take care. Let's go back to this one.
Stand back.
Hold on, let me just see. Yeah, I don't think any of these are particularly important.
Honest?
Yeah, these are pretty basic warps. They're not anything particularly interesting. So at the same time, I'm having a look at the notes on this one. So someone was kind enough, the person and the website that uploaded it, you can see like a whole bunch of notes for stuff that they've tested. But even for them, they have a lot of it that's still incomplete. So
Come on, let's go.
I'm kind of referring to the list of stuff that they've checked as well, just so that we can see. But most of this is pretty generic stuff, so we don't need to see that.
Welcome.
Welcome. Unaresuka. Let's just pick one. That's what a lot of exploring this is about. You just kind of pick stuff and hope for the best. Okay, it takes you to this scene. Almost 300, nice.
Lady Unalisca.
That's cool. I can't
She
see
was
the
first
I can't see
person
the
to
current view
defeat
count.
sin and save the world from its ravages. And you have inherited her name.
It was my father who named.
Again, I want to be on record
Lord
saying I
Braska
think
was
Seymour's
entrusting you
voice
with a
acting was
great
great for this
task.
game and for the
He
character.
wanted you to face sin. as
Got to
Lady
stop the
Unalisca.
Seymour voice acting hate.
However, Lady Unalisca did not save the world alone. To defeat the undefeatable sin, it took an unbreakable bond of love.
But I'm pretty sure like all of
kind
this
that
stuff
binds
is
two hearts for eternity.
exactly how it is in the retail version of the game. The only thing I do know is that the FMVs are not localized. They have Japanese audio, and that's one of the only things. I was saying the other day actually, I'd love this outfit for Elden Ring, the Xeon. They should do some kind of collaboration. I'd love a Xeon set. Recently replayed the game in English, and I tried enabling the German subtitles. The translation is beyond terrible. See you later, Naveed. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. But yeah, I think we can skip this one. Coryphean says, would be curious about the Remiem scene in Riku's menu. So let's have a quick look. Is it this one? Yeah. But yeah, these debug menus definitely reminded me of testing when I did localization testing for The Last of Us. These debug menus are just so useful, man. They speed up the process so much. And of course, seeing localization stuff as well, that was my job, to have a look at the Turkish localization for the game. And to spot any mistakes or bugs and to basically offer fixes.
Honest?
Yeah, this is the one that Coryphean was curious about seeing. Again, let me see if they have an explanation for what these do. It just says warps you to the Remiem temple. Let's just try this. Yeah, it's pretty much, I'm pretty sure it's just a standard warp. Popo Momo 12, congratulations on 14 years as well. It is crazy to me. There's not that many people from 14 years ago that are still like around here and uploading regularly. It's pretty insane. Yeah, so unfortunately this is all there is to it. A lot of the stuff is just basically warps and cheats. So let's have a look at... I think we can have a look at another one. So let's have a look at Saito's room. If it works. Did this one work? It did. Okay. Map select, other select. Whoa, okay, a test. So another one of these rooms. Just a random blitzball in the corner as well. Let's try and interact with the blitzball. Oh. Okay, you can turn this into different elements in the game. Can you actually interact with them? No. You can just see how they look, I guess. Fair enough. So we'll run through some of these and see what we can get. After a while, though, they stop working. Oh, this is a random little fish. I can't obviously change the camera angle, but I think they might have actually. I'm wondering if these are like no. P. Birdman was talking about some pink piranhas that weren't used in the final build of the game, and I think he tried to work them into a boss battle in the P. Birdman mod. I was wondering if these guys were that, but I don't think so. Yeah, Nightbot is programmed to basically post what it posts on whatever stream I have. So what it posts on the 24/7, it just posts in here as well. But yeah, I think this is literally just like a little fly. Wow. So you can basically see them all here. Doggo for scale. Elno, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. These little creatures are so cute, man. Keemon. Oh, it even blinks. Did I get that? Did I see that right? It blinked, right? Yeah, it does. Oh, that's a cool little detail, you know. Wow. I didn't think they would have their like blinking animations and stuff. Whoa. I don't know why I got excited by that, but that was cool. The Lightning Plains book, probably. Even down to like the smallest like cup, you can basically select almost everything here. Really? Where does this appear in the game? The writing on it looks almost like Russian or something. Any ideas where this appears in the game? Like in the bar in Luca? I can't recall this at all. Weird. Yeah, I can't recall where this is. Either Luca at the bar or maybe like I'm trying to think, maybe Dream Anakin or something? Somewhere. I'll have to try and look for this specifically there. Yuna's luggage from Besaid. Okay, this is the Sphere monitor. You download the prototype by going into Google and type in FFX prototype, and pretty much the first link will take you to like a page where you can download it. It's a can of Sin's Toxin. Yeah, okay, got more drinks. 15-year anniversary, locate the can from the 14th. Yeah, why not? Blitzball cup. Some of them are duplicates, but there's just so many. What is this? It's a camera. Is this a camera? Yeah, this is the camera, right? Eugene, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think this is the camera, the one in Luca maybe that they film Yuna with. Sphere recorder. Yeah, it seems like camera / sphere recorder. Okay, but then what's this one? There's just so much stuff here. Yeah, is this some kind of cool microphone? I need one of these to LP with. even though I use a headset mic. Yeah, so it's cool that some of them still have their animations too. I still like the blinking small animals in the game. It's a nice touch, it really is. It's not something I really ever noticed before. That's Shalinda's mic. Let's just up the number here, just see how many they have. So I'm going to put in some random, like, higher numbers just to see if we've got anything. Okay, well, there you go. The different spheres as well. I think that would be a pretty neat, like, Final Fantasy X related kind of collectible almost. Someone should make this on Etsy. Have, like, a display where you have the different temple spheres with the symbols inside them. That would be kind of cool. So I'm just throwing that idea out there. I think someone could make a few sales with that. Make it out of some kind of, I don't know what the material would be, but that would be kind of cool. Resin temple spheres. There you go. Yeah, Smooch. She's got the idea. I expect like 20% commission for any sales made from it, but I think it's a good idea. You've got plenty of them to work with and they're colourful too. And it's like a nice sort of subtle kind of nod to Final Fantasy X without saying that like you're a massive super nerd for Final Fantasy X. So I think that could be cool. Like all of these little symbols inside. That's dope. Show off the meme numbers. Okay, fine. Let's do it. There you go. It had to be this. For recording purposes. It would have been kind of funny if for this one you could actually get a secret cutscene. No, 420 doesn't work, unfortunately, my friends. But yeah, that's general gist. We could just go through these all day, but we'll check out some other stuff too. Luca plan start. Let's just quickly go to Luca actually. Port Town Stadium Theatre. I want to see if we can find. The can and the bottles. I mean, you would need to be a massive super nerd of Final Fantasy X to recognize them as temples. That's exactly the point. That's why it's so good. But yeah, I'm having a look to see if these cans and stuff are here. I can't see that can. Honestly, I don't know where that can is used in this game. Someone needs to find it. The can's definitely not here. So that's a task for the Final Fantasy X community. We need to find the mysterious can. Where was it used? Yeah, I've still got the music playing from the other one. I think the music's low enough that it doesn't clash too badly. Because I keep going back to the silent menus, I'm just not changing at the moment. Wait, this one already did, sorry. But yeah, I wanna see someone show me where that can is in the game. Actually, Tyus' house is somewhere I want to go to. I want to show you guys something. You guys will have to remind me of that. If I haven't been to Tyus' house in Dreams Anakin, let me know at some point. Plan start. The map refresh. Refresh. Bye bye. Is it possible to walk to the bottom of Lake Makalania? I don't know. I couldn't say. Map jump selection. You'd probably have to know the map number. If someone can look up the map number for like the bottom of the lake, if it's possible, then we could find it. But there's just so many weird gibberish things here that you'd have to test extensively to know. But you can kind of random your way through, so this is apparently map 142. I don't know, when you leave, do you just carry on from them like you've been there for the first time? Okay. Is there a way to play this on the PS2 emulator? Yeah, this is what I am playing it on. It's on PS2 emulator. Feels like we would need P Birdman to fix it. Yeah, P Birdman, anyone else that knows their stuff with this kind of thing. That would be cool. Your top 5 Final Fantasy X NPCs. I don't know, man. That's a tough question off the top of my head. Machen number 1. I think I love Sid. He's another good one. Bartello's really funny. Kid wants to be a Blitzball. Yes. Kid wants to be a Blitzball. Iconic. And Dara number 5. So we'll keep hunting around, seeing what we can find. There's still a lot more that we haven't checked. Theatre plot type. So I think it says in the notes here, someone can check this for me, but there's more spheres here than there are in the actual game. I think they basically sort of break up certain FMVs into multiples in this debug version. I don't think there's 52 movie spheres in the retail release, but I'm sure someone can let me know in the chat. Yeah, once the stream is over, I'm going to put a link in the description so you guys can check out some of the stuff that is known about the debug / prototype version. But there's even that one, there's a lot of empty areas and to-do stuff. But yeah, I think these numbers are different from the retail version of the game. But unfortunately, I'm pretty sure it doesn't mean that you get like hidden scenes or anything like that. I think they just split them differently. So it's all just tests to see. The super passive aggressive Luca announces the top of my list. 53, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's not 53. And then could we watch them back? Oh, initialize just means return to 0. I don't think I can watch them. I just want to try buying them all again and seeing if I can just watch them, see if they're named differently. Yeah, for Hypello fans, there's something really cool coming up as well. You guys should get to see that. It's very short, but it's sweet. Yeah, set movie sphere. Okay, let's compare some of these. I'd need to have like the full list here. I might just quickly pull this up. See if we can find it. Let me put some music back on. List of spheres. No, for God's sake, the wiki has the check spheres. It's not what I was after. Crybaby, never forget, re-entry. Again, if anyone in the chat can compare this to the release version, then that'd be cool. Tori start map walks use various space and story over stream. Number 53, let's just play it. Yeah, it's just this FMV. I don't know if you could buy this previously. For the record, on emulator, they don't really have a way to rescale, like to make the FMVs look nicer, so the FMVs look like trash. Let's try Crybaby. Ah, okay. Yeah, this music is kind of funny in the background for it now. It's amazing how much music changes everything. But yeah, never forget must be the ending. Let me just quickly play it to be sure. But I don't think you could get 51 and 53 in the main game. I don't know if they appear alongside any other cutscenes that you can buy, but yeah, we don't get them in the main game yet. This one is just the final cutscene, basically. Okay. Love you all, always and forever. Happy 14th anniversary, Burke and his one 14 years. Thank you so much, Laura. Member for 38 months. That's insane. Laura's a true OG and a true friend. Thank you. So I want to move on to another one. Let's move on to this one.
No, I don't think so. It's a bad idea, yes.
I've got to hear that again. Sorry, I forgot it was this one specifically, but yes, this debug room, we have... So Tanber was a big fan of the Hypello too, because this is what his debug room sounds like.
No, I don't think so. It's a bad idea, yes.
I love that. Yeah, I remember finding this, I just absolutely cracked up. Now I'm a fan of Tamba. Yeah, so again, another one, Aeons, just setting parameters. So I believe you can basically play through the demo version of the game. It kind of stops you after a certain time, and you get to see the end screen. So if you want to turn on like the demo version of the game, you can do so through here, I believe. So I forgot how you actually set it off, but Sarah, thank you for being a member for 24 months as well, 2 years, insane. I'm assuming your OG Oran badge should be happening soon. And so yeah, again, you can skip to different places. Titus ought to dive, talk with Riku. Battle with Blitzball robot. This one I want to quickly show you guys. There's 50 movie spheres and risks. Yeah, I thought so. The 3 are extra, but I think either they're included in other ones or maybe they're just not included at all, because they are very short. Oh damn, Yasulio, fully powered up mod and member on the channel. Thank you. That's like the ultimate. Don't get more powerful than that. So yeah, the reason I wanted to show you guys this particular battle is because, yeah, fighting it with a collab bolt is one thing, but another reason is this is another localization one where they didn't have the final localization yet for Obliterator, so it was just literally known as Ball Shooter for now, which I found amusing the first time I saw it. I think like all the attack names and stuff are the same, but it was just known as Ball Shooter. I think there's 1 or 2 more bosses. I'm not sure if Extractor is like that or not, but yeah, this guy. They didn't work too hard to come up with this name for now. It's accurate, I'll give it that. But yeah, Ball Shooter. I think that's the only thing of note here. And again, now that I'm in here, I can't like reset. I have to reset the game completely, which is fine. It's another reason why playing on emulator is so good. You can just reset things much more quickly, easily. Bradica, member for 13 months. Appreciate it. Thank you for being a part of the community. Keep it going, Dangians. Smooch by Fire, see you later. Thanks for joining us. Another one of the OGs of the channel. I've got to load this again.
No, I don't think so. It's a bad idea, yes.
I'll never get tired of that. Arriving at Luca. Yeah, they're just... Yenke was known as NK, I guess. Maybe in Japanese version it sounds more like NK when they say it. Farewell, Oren. We're not going to watch that. That's just too sad. I can't be doing that. But yeah, that's this one. I'm not sure what else though. I don't know if you could trigger off like the start of the game here, but yeah, that's another one. Let's load up the next one. Is it possible to head to our bed home after it's destroyed? I don't think so, because you're not supposed to be able to do it in the game anyway. I don't think there's a way to do it that I've found. Let's go to Chiba. We still have the heavy hitters left. We've got Toriyama, Nojima, and Kitase still to come. This one is so weird. This debug room is literally just Keenock with an invisible rifle pointing at someone. It's so weird. That's all he does. This is literally the entire extent of this. It's self-contained. You can't go. You can't go anywhere here. It's just Keenock. Now, who would execute a dear friend? But something I didn't realize when I was testing yesterday is you can actually do something using this. I think you press square, yeah. So you can actually get into a different type of menu by doing this. To test map 0, so I think this is another one. It might not work. Let's try it. Yeah, it just took me straight back here. So again, my guess is maybe it was something that had a different option previously, but battle by encounter. So there's just so many options. These, I believe, take you to like boss battles or areas. The shoe puff drawing, why didn't I see that before? I'm pretty sure it was always there. Probably just didn't notice. Scenario flags, only the scenarios I work on. Isalu. Bevel, so this guy was involved with these particular ones. Aerith, welcome to the stream. Airship's coming for us. Flying through Spirit, battle with Sin starts. Well, I mean, he worked on most stuff. Close camera to the actor. PC only. Cotillion, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. And yes, I am indeed the second greatest Final Fantasy X player of all time after you. Rachel, thank you so much for the donation too. Really do appreciate it. Hope you continue to enjoy the content for many years to come. Movie, how many? You just get to watch, he gets like his own sphere thing to play back as well. So it's nice, you get to have your own little kind of playhouse within the game. Hey, Onat, yes, I am indeed live. It's rare and it hasn't happened for a while, but I am indeed live. Play from some part of the game. Ah, at least with this one you can give yourself some background music. Good call. Whoever this dev is, I like them. Good stuff. What is change form? Where's that? Oh yes, at the bottom. Let's see. How many? Let's just try one. Yeah, unfortunately a lot of stuff just does nothing or is broken. Yeah, this dev's a legend, I've concluded. Battle test, let's have a look at this. Again, doesn't do anything. Yeah, there's just too much stuff. Obviously, it's hard to know exactly what each one does. Did you miss anything super cool? Yes, you did. Unfortunately, you did miss some super cool stuff, but you can either rewind the stream or you can check it out fully once it's over, so you can see anything that you're interested in. Also, actually, can we see this? Yeah, so I think at the top you can see US test 02 0829 1136. I think that means that this build is from August the 29th, 2001, I believe. So just as an indication of when this is from. Can someone tell me when it was released in the US? Like the official, like actual release date? I'm curious to know how soon before the release this actually was. There's a few different dates. I think different dev rooms have different dates, but it's worth looking. But yeah, I think that's about it for this room. Let's check another one. I think September, so okay, maybe this is very soon before the final build still. It's called Calmlands in that list. Yeah, actually interesting, true. They must have got certain people to translate the bits for them. Chiba. Was this the same one? I've got to remember, there's too many of them. Yeah, Chiba was this one. Venom VGS, thank you for joining us for this stream. See you next time. 19th of July 2001 is the first release in Japan. It's not the US release. The problem is that all the screenshots online seem to be from the remaster, which probably lost the can. Yes, I've been looking for this can. Good job. Let's hunt down this can. Joshua Bruton, thank you for joining the stream. Appreciate it. Becoming a channel member. December 17th, 2001. So there you go. So this was like a couple of months before the US version dropped, 2-3 months before. Let's check out Toriyama's one. One of the main creative figureheads for the game. Sea Ruins. Again, this is probably just skipping to different areas of the game. OPED. I don't know what that is. Does this just warp to the final Jack battle? Or is this the crystal bit? Do you plan on doing any more debug streams? I could in the future. I don't see why not. But for now, I just wanted to show you guys most of what's available in the Final Fantasy X one.
Old man?
Okay, it walks you to this part. Fine. Been here since Dark Anima happened. Wow, that is a long time ago. Almost 11 years to this day now, actually. Yeah, movie selector, music selector, our bed selector. That does nothing. Okay. That's why I'd have loved like a Japanese build version of this before the first game came out. Is there logic you can manipulate like summoning Aeons in non-summonable fights? Yes, you can. So if there's anything you specifically want to see, it could soft lock the game. It's especially with like, for example, the Albed new game plus glitch. Summoning when you shouldn't summon can lock the game. But if there's anything you specifically want me to try, I can definitely do that. Let's see what etc. is. Are all NPCs in this prototype? I think they are, yeah. I mean, you can play through the game as normal pretty much. The only thing would be that the FMVs are not... they're not localized. They have the Japanese audio. And I think that's it. And you'll notice some localization changes. I think that's the main stuff. But unfortunately, Toriyama's room is not as exciting as some of the others. But there's another good one coming up that I think you guys will find amusing. Okay, his one is not the best. Let's go to the next one. 11 years, yes. It was May... Oh, shit. May the 11th, 2011, something like that I beat Dark Anima. Sido ship. Luca Gagazette battle. Last battle. Again, just so many options. Oasis. These are like little sub events. Lunar and join. The little TM is a bit weird. I think we might as well load this bit up. Oh, okay. I found your channel through the Crash 3 Plan and Relics video. Interesting. That's cool. Crash 3 is an incredible game.
Oh, who's attacking us? We're attacked directly.
I found the answer online. The can is an interpretation of the file plane. It exists where you believe it does.
A war between Yevon and the Albed?
Vidran.
That's actually correct. The I'm annoying her in the background is different, right? Is this the Japanese one? Did they not localize that? Yeah, Pink Cookie's right. The program one is a big menu. That's why I'm leaving that to the end. It's pretty big. Yeah, what does the Albed Home announcement say in this one? It says, yep. It's actually, what's his name? Who's the one that says, yep? The little guy in Final Fantasy X-2.
Leader of the Albed.
I forgot his name.
Yeah.
The one that you have to sell the tickets for.
What?
Yep. Yeah, I don't know if anyone can... Yeah, Tobly, that's the name. Sounds a bit like Tobly. I don't know if anyone can confirm if this is the same as what they say in the Japanese version. So I'll leave it here for a sec. I don't know if someone can quickly just find the Japanese version of the game in Home and see if the I'm annoying her is different. Do you know that you can loot from Keiku's body? Where is Keiku? There you go. She's absolutely right. I'm not even sure if I've done that before. This game. I think a lot of people would not have tried that before. It's weird the way you sort of just it has the same animation as the chest. It's just like yep. I really do wonder what that is. But yeah, still waiting to see if someone could check if it's the same as the Japanese version.
Yuna, where are you?
Yeah, I'll stick around at Home until someone can figure out. Oh shit, I'm in nose figure grid here. I'm gonna die. Nose figure grid plus I'm on my own. Yeah, I can't. You guys, at least we get to see a game over. Not even I can survive here. But yeah, I definitely did notice the yep thing. That is weird. Rip. Yes, that's true. Cotillion could survive here. That's why she's the best. I think we're on Nogami? Riku watching you loot the bodies of her people. Hey Jun, welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. But yeah, okay. This is just going to warp you to different points in the story. I don't think there's anything further on this one. Let's go to Matsuda. So there's 4 more rooms to check here before we go to the final major menu that I can show you guys. Okay, yeah. This one is interesting. As you can see, Yuna has Kimari's Spirit Lance and she's just doing the summoning dance with the Kimari Spirit Lance. That's pretty cool. Let me put some music back on. I think this bit's silent. Oh, wait, selection of music. I think you can't listen to it in the background, if I remember correctly. yeah, you can only listen to it like this. You can't like walk around with the music. So yeah, so if you say nowhere to go here, you can just explore this bit. So this is basically the Thunder Plains area with no lightning, I believe. And you could just free roam around here if you like. But the interesting part is, yeah, so the lightning flashes don't really work. So is Yamauchi to blame for the lightning? Who knows? Shane the Pain, hey y'all, make sure to hug your mama today. Yes, happy Mother's Day once again to everyone celebrating. But yeah, this, you can see like this is literally just a cutout of this map basically. Real deal, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you here, man. So yeah, Yuna's just doing her thing. And there's something cool I think I can show you on this particular map as well. It's slightly lore related actually, that you probably never heard of before. I can't interact with her, she's too busy just dancing. It must be so awesome to be able to basically make them do whatever the hell you want and just have your own little playground. But this one, can we interact with? Again, no interaction, she's just standing there. Maybe previously there was a debug menu involved here or something and they've taken it away. Yuna just sending everyone. This one is the funniest one. So bear in mind that this is, I guess, this developer's own private debug room that he never intended for anyone else to see. So this is kind of invasion of privacy to a degree, but yes. Basically, if you interact with Lulu, she does this animation, and she has the Onion Knight equipped as well. And she just stays in this pose. And you can re-trigger this as many times as you like. So if you want to perv on Lulu, this is the debug room for you. The Riku one is also funny. She basically does her like, I'm afraid of lightning. Imagine testing this way back in PS2 era when no emulators available. I mean, true, they probably had like some kind of developer kits and stuff. But all of these menus and stuff is just, it makes things so much easier. Well then, how to get this again? Ask it for a friend. Darren, thank you for the donation. Yes, once the stream is over, I will be enjoying Colgon, indeed. A cold shower, actually. I feel filthy after seeing that Lulu victory posts. Yes, buy me one of those funky Greek writing cans that we saw. So I think that's this one. I will check some of the options here. I don't know how you get back into the menu now that you've gone into the free roam. Let me check this again. It's Matsuda, right? Now, is this the one that had the little piece of lore that I wanted to find? I'm going to quickly look this up because it's one of the most interesting things worth showing. Yes, okay, so let me see this. Yeah, this is the one I want to show you guys. So this is interesting and worth seeing, I believe. Okay, so you press this one and then you select events. Yeah, so this one I think is pretty interesting because it's not mentioned in the game at all. And so the Spirit Lance is actually the spear that belonged to High Summoner Gandalf back in the day. I'm pretty sure there's no direct evidence in the game that this is the case, but I guess since they've literally called it getting the Spear of Gandalf in the debug room, there was an idea that the Spirit Lance belonged to Gandalf. So I thought that was amazing. So I'll share that little piece of lore with you guys. I'm sure most of you didn't know that one. Yeah, so the game does tell you that Gandalf crossed the plains and stuff, so you can make like a connection to it for sure, but this is like, I guess, explicit evidence that it was his lance. So I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, fine. Selection of souvenirs in dodging the Thunderbolt. So yeah, these are all the different prizes that you can get. You can kind of trigger these off to make sure the messages are correct and stuff. More souvenirs? Yes, give me all the souvenirs. And then this just takes you straight to the chest. And then you can just test out these text strings to make sure they work properly. And yes, one of the mods mentioned yesterday as well, this is not a Rin travel agency, it's the Bilgan Memorial Travel Agency. What's the stuff you get for times hit? We'll see which ones they show us here. Hey Jeremy, thanks for hanging out, appreciate it. Good to see you here, man. Yeah, I think maybe you can only test one at a time, I don't know. Can Memorial Travel Agency. Okay, we'll have a final look at Matsuda, and then we'll see. Is there an ending to this? Not really. I'm going to spend as much time checking through things as I can, and once I've basically exhausted all the menus that I want to for now, then I'll draw things to a close. I don't think there's a huge amount left. Maybe like another hour, something like that, and then we'll start to wrap things up. There's more live streams planned for the future, so we'll get to hang out again. But yeah, I think maybe a lot of people don't know, so let's have a look at this 80 times hit. Whoops, that's a mistake. Let's see. Ah, shit. It didn't work. I don't know why it didn't work. Maybe it's because I selected it twice. I'm going to try it one more time. Your Troubers, appreciates it. Keeping the greatest game and narrative literature series ever in the limelight 24/7. That's a big praise. Just want to try this one time. If it doesn't work, we'll skip. No, it's not working for some reason. Okay, fine. They should have kept Spear of Gandalf in the game. To be honest, they should have. It's called Longinus or Longinus. I don't know how you pronounce it. In like earlier builds or other builds, I believe, but they changed it to Spirit Lance. Kataoka. Let's try this one. Spirit of Gandalf, of course. This one actually has background music. Let me stop it overlapping. Okay. Ah, yes. This person was in charge of Cloister of Trials. Be my headcanon for a while that Penance is Gandalf's final Aeon, given he comes from the very chasm which we hear his battle with Sin took place. I like that. That's actually pretty good. I think it's something that the devs definitely haven't thought or have like a connection to, but I think so. And yes, headcanon, of course. Yeah, I want to see that can. That can has become like the new Durin of the game. Maybe it was Durin that had the can in the first place. He was just taking a sip from it. It was on the side somewhere we didn't see. And he and the can both disappeared from the game. Mount Gagazet's Trial 1, Final Matter A, Sin on the Clouds. I guess it's just like a camera test. Just randomly put tats there as well. Okay. I don't know how we stop this. Okay. From the start, this is supposed to be working. Ronso singing. Again, just more warps. This is one of the main things that these guys need, of course, is just warping around the game as easily as possible.
Greetings, Lady Una. My name is Once.
We have met
Yes,
several
the can
times
puns
before,
should be a
right?
part of the Danzway lore.
Not running today?
Dangians
I
and
have
cans.
to carry on my brother's business. You've met him, I think. Owaka the 23rd.
Cans go, yes, there's another good
Merchant
one.
extraordinaire.
Wait, you're that guy's brother?
My brother wanted to come help Lady Una, but the temple imprisoned him for helping traitors.
They imprisoned him because of us?
Yeah,
He
so,
doesn't regret it,
as you
though.
can see, pretty much
Don't
all of the
worry.
But
game works as it normally does.
Hey, this is... There's... Welcome.
It's mostly just stuff in
I will
menus
be
that
sure to
He's doing...
thank.
it's mostly stuff in menus that might be a little bit different localization wise. Yeah, there's no extra like things here as well that I'm aware of. HDD doesn't work. I guess it's a way of doing something using the PlayStation 2's hard drive, but it's not functional. I actually want to have a look at that this is supposed to be working one. That's kind of funny. From the start, this is supposed to work. Let's just see if it does. I mean, is it from the start? I guess this is the start after all the cutscenes. Hour-long documentary on can lore. If someone finds me the can, I'll make a video about it. I'm on a bit of a discovery hype right now. That's kind of funny. You leave the area, but then this cutscene triggers. But yeah, I think we're done with that developer room too. So let's head to some heavy hitters again, Nojima and Kitase. Yes, Nojima has the groupies in his debug room. Lucky boy. So these are all from Zanakan that start the game. Let's see. Aha, yes, this is something interesting as well, actually, that I stumbled across when I was looking around at stuff. This I found interesting. So, Dream at Barge, these are obviously cutscenes. Nojima is one of the primary writers of the game, and so he's more sort of concerned with the cutscenes and the dialogue and that kind of stuff. This one says Titus's mum death anniversary. So let's have a look at this scene again, and then you'll have a bit more context.
What do you want?
It was a bad call. Your team lost because of you.
Such an asshole.
You came to say that?
It's been 10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who, me?
You cried.
You cried. And yes, no can. That's true. Is it going to take us back to debug room or just continue? I forget. Yeah, so this scene, interestingly enough, he says it's been 10 years. And I always thought that it's been 10 years is just like, it's 10 years since Jack disappeared, or it's 10 years since I last saw you. But actually, well, based on what Nojima's flagged this particular scene as, it's 10 years since his mother's death. And that's why he says, I thought you'd be crying. Obviously remembering his mother's death. So We know that she died. We know that she died soon after Jack did the whole kind of lovebird thing. And so yeah, that's another interesting bit that I think a lot of us probably missed. Which is why his team lost because of him. True, he had his mother's death anniversary on his mind. See? It's new context.
Give me a break!
So yeah, we've uncovered some small little bits of lore here, thanks to Debug version of the game. I always thought that one was really cool. Yeah, so at least there's definitely people in the chat that weren't aware of that. Oh god, I never made... Yeah, I'm getting some Chopu vibes from that one. I never made the connection between Tidus and Waka on that point, with Waka losing the game because of Chopu's death. Yeah, so I thought that was a really nice little detail there. So again, that's why you can find these random little bits of lore from the smallest of things, just from the title of a menu of literally hundreds, thousands of them. There's a little piece of lore hidden there. So that's why I was so like wanting to share this with you guys and getting people to investigate it as well. So I thought that was cool. Okay, yeah, someone's noticed it already. Oh yeah, well, Mace Erica did, but again, Click hadn't been fully localized yet, I guess. It was just known literally as Click. So that's kind of funny. They changed the spelling for the main release. Click just, it doesn't seem right, does it? Like, maybe it's just because my eyes are too used to it, but it seems right. Do you think they're trying to make a parallel between Seymour and Tidus because that's also the room that Seymour was banished to? Yeah, I think that's definitely a good link. And yes, both of their mothers did pass away. I think for Seymour it's been even longer. For Seymour it's probably been like 15 years or something like that. But yeah, definitely interesting parallels there. One between like Waka as well, and then also Seymour and Tidus 2 for Barge. So yeah, I like that one. Princess Magical, welcome to stream. Good to have you with us. So yes, let's head back to Mr. Groupie Man Nojima and have a look at some more of these, see if there's any other interesting titles or anything. If you guys see anything interesting that I have missed, just let me know. Just let me know in the chat. Memories of the Fans. Memories at SS Winnow. Contact with Sin. Memories of the Far Plane. Childhood. Memories of the Mysterious Land. Illusion of Sin. Meeting with Faith. Memories of Seymour's mum. I think this is worth sharing again. I mentioned this one yesterday in the test stream with the mods, and a couple of them weren't aware. So let me show you guys this as well, just to share a little extra tidbit. So this scene here...
He was always alone, half guardo, half man. I wanted to give him the strength to live by himself. And so I became a faith. But because I let him taste power, he began to thirst for more. He was not satisfied with my Aeon. He wanted more power.
Yeah, so the interesting thing that probably a lot of people don't know here is that the voice actress for Seymour's mum is Hedy Barres. So Yuna's voice actress is also Seymour's mum's voice actress. So in this scene, she's actually talking to herself. So I think a lot of people still don't know that. Obviously, we know she's Yuna's voice, but a lot of people didn't know that she voiced Seymour's mum as well. So yeah, you can watch this scene with that context now. Yeah, that's cool. A few people in the chat definitely didn't know, so it's nice to give you guys a bit more information about that. I think it's in the Ultimania, from what I remember. That's how I checked.
You are Maester Seymour's mother.
So you know, Yet still you seek my aid.
So at least she shows a little bit of vocal
My
range
son,
there. I mean, I
do
didn't
you
make
not
the
hate
connection,
him?
so clearly the voices are different enough that I couldn't see that they were the same.
It is all right. He is the one who sowed the seeds of hatred. He is to blame. But I am at fault for letting him become what he was.
I'm guessing that's just a Western release, though. Did the Japanese version? That's a good
He
question.
was always alone. Half Guado.
It should be in the
half
Ultimania,
man.
but I don't remember off the top of my head. I'd have
I
to check it
wanted
again.
to give him the strength to live by himself.
Yes.
And
So
I became a faith.
Yasul is asking the same question that I asked yesterday when
Because
testing
I
this.
let him taste
If
power,
all the faiths sing their hymn,
began
is
to
this
thirst
Hedy
for more.
singing or the Japanese VA?
He was not
I'm pretty
satisfied
sure
with
it's
my
not the voice
ailment.
actors
He
and
wanted
actresses that
more,
are singing
more
here. They
power.
must have hired like singers.
And he found sin.
Yes. Come, summoner. I will bestow you with my power. The
Yes,
dark
indeed,
aeon,
Alex. This is live.
Anima. Destroy sin and my son's obsession with it. Though it is small recompense.
Do they
for
not
what
credit
I
the
did
singers for the hymn in the end credits? Again, good question. I don't know. I've never checked. If anyone can check that and let me know, that'd be cool. But I don't know. But yeah, when you listen to them back to back and you hear the context that it is Hedy Barres, you can kind of start to hear more similarity. But in general, you just don't realize it's the same voice actress. So that's really cool. Okay, let's see what else have we got. Let's head back to Nojima one more time, see if we can find anything interesting. It's not the same actress in the Japanese version. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's how I remember it, but I didn't want to say anything in case I was wrong. Someone mentioned Illusion of Sin at Mysterious Land. I forget exactly what this one was. We can just kind of see it, but we'll see. Lincoln's Legion is literally my favorite game of all time. I can't get enough. I've even got 2 blade tattoos, but man, there's so much lore I can never keep with. Yeah, it really is that kind of game. Yes, okay.
Xanarkand.
Yes, indeed. This is live. It happens rarely, but
You homesick too?
you guys have caught a real live Dan's Great stream. What is memory of fans? Of the fans
That's
of Kid Occur?
not your world anymore.
But yeah, this is just this scene. These are all pretty much the same. You're not going to see anything new for these, so I'm not going to kind of play them all back. You're welcome, Lincolns. Glad it's been useful for you. So, more stuff here, memory spheres. So this is all the Jekt and Oran spheres. Serious Jekt memory sphere. This is probably just the one in Makalani. Well, no, actually. No, yeah, I think this is the one where after you beat Spheromorph. Oran and Keenock memory sphere, Braska, Jiscore. Yeah, these are all pretty much stuff that we already know. I don't think you're going to see anything different with that. Yeah, work. This is the this is the Rihanna debug room. I'm just gonna press 1 randomly. Okay, nothing happened. Okay, this one did. So maybe we can just quickly go through these and see what they are. Ah, yes. Nice. It's cool because I went to return here as well. Yes, indeed, you're late, Josh, but welcome. Better late than never. Just check the credits for Final Fantasy X. It has a section there for Hymn of the Faith where it credits 2 alto singers, 2 soprano singers, and 2 bass singers and 2 tenor singers. Nice. Yeah, so we are at the start of the game, and we'll see if we can find this this can. can we do it? I have a feeling I have a feeling this is the best candidate for where the can would be. But I don't think so. Either it's really well hidden, it's like behind this sort of glass bit here. If you guys see the can, let me know. I don't think it's here though. No can do. Yeah, the search goes on. I'm pretty sure it's not here. We'll probably have to go into no clip and have a look. Actually, the music's overlapping again. Hold on. Sorry. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not here. I'll be absolutely disappointed if this stream ends with that can reel. We're doing our best to find the can, but we've got to set the community onto this. Archie, welcome to the stream. But yeah, unfortunately, we can't zoom in. If you're on no clip, you can literally zoom in and just explore all this stuff, but we can't here, unfortunately. So let's see. One thing I wanted to show you guys here. Basically, here, the frame that Titus is looking at, the artwork in there, you might be able to tell already, but if you've watched the Ultimania content that I did for Final Fantasy X, you would have seen I made a video about 17, which was the first ever concept for Final Fantasy X, and they had some really early concept artworks for the game, and Titus was represented with like these angelic figures by his shoulders, and the artwork that he's looking at right now is actually that concept artwork. It's the one from 17. So you can Google it like 17 Final Fantasy X 17 concept art or something like that, and I'm pretty sure you should be able to find this exact artwork. So again, this was thanks to no clip. I wouldn't have normally noticed this, but because you can zoom in, you can kind of get an idea that it's definitely that little piece of artwork. So I always thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, there's all the Blitz trophies as well. There's a few on this side too. It's like a miniature version of the one in Spira as well. Mace Erica, thank you for the donation. Thanks for hanging out with us here. Appreciate it. See you next time. Where is this build from? It's been a while since I said it, so let me just quickly repeat it again. This is the Final Fantasy X prototype build. You have to just go into Google, type in FFX prototype, and literally the first link should be like a description of what this is. And you can download it and play it on your emulators if you're curious about all of this stuff. So I think that's about all we can see in this room. Voice is going. Okay. Needed a swig of water there. Live streams are tough, yeah. Yeah, the can thing, basically we went to a debug menu where you could basically cycle through like different models and assets used for the game, and one of them happened to be this really weird can that none of us recognized from the game, and so we were on the hunt to see if we could find the can and see where they actually used it in the game, and so far we haven't been able to actually find that same can. So either it's an either it's an unused asset or it's in like a really obscure place. I'm not sure. Do you have a picture of the can? Oh, I don't. You'd have to kind of scroll back to where I'm looking through the different models to find it. I'll probably post it on social media if no one finds it by the end of the session, and you guys can hunt for it. But I think we're done with Nojima's room as well. I guess maybe there's more of these rooms that work. It just loads this again. Okay. Eric, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. But yeah, this is just the same thing again, unfortunately. So I think with Nojima we're done, and let's head to Kitase as the final debug room from this area. And then there's one more menu, and then I think we can start to wrap things up. So yeah, he has for some reason, Kitase, for everything, like how important he is, he has a lot of, this looks similar to the battle menu one, when you go into the Blitzball section. I don't think any of these are particularly interesting that I can remember. So I see stuff like fly map test, and I thought it would be something cool, but it's pretty much just this. You can just, it's just a way for you to test out this stuff, putting in passwords and stuff. I can't get out. Okay. Oh, okay. When you exit, it just warps you straight to here.
I must admit, I was worried at the beginning, but you've done well.
See you later, Yas. Thank you for joining us. Now that we're here, there is actually a really cool Auron dialogue that I'm pretty sure I missed. I don't know how exactly you trigger it, but
One more trial to pass.
it might be this one.
Our stories will end together. Don't keep Jecht waiting. He never was a patient man. I must admit.
There is this particular one. It really did the rounds on YouTube. I forget exactly how you trigger it. You have to basically trigger it off before doing anything else for like a particular section of the game. I forget exactly when it is, and I'll put a link in the description or something. Yeah, Coryphean's mentioning it now in the chat. If you talk to him 3 times, he says something really interesting, and I think I maybe only spoke to him once in the LP, or twice, or like I skipped it or something. I don't remember, but there's a really cool one. I don't know if we can find it. It might be something worth trying to trigger off here if we can, using our debug abilities. But it has to be. It's a pretty specific place, so I would like for you guys to hear it in case you missed the video. It did get quite popular. Test map. People asked about this one, but I'm pretty sure these ones don't work. Yeah, I think this one just locks the game. How about Chocobo related stuff? Haven't seen any of it in the debug. True. I haven't really seen it myself either, actually. Might be in there somewhere, but you'd have to look for it. So yeah, that one locks the game. You have to reset everything to get it to work. But yeah, if someone could find that flag, or the exact point at which you can speak to Auron for that really cool dialogue, that would be nice. Maybe Coryphean will find it for us. Yeah, most of this stuff we've seen already at this point. If we're talking about the same scene, it's at the very end when Sid says we're counting on you, kid. Yeah, it's something like that, but I'm trying to think exactly how do we skip to that. I think maybe we can do it like this. Let me try to basically... Thank you for the donation, Jay. Thanks for joining us as well. Appreciate it, man. See you next time. I think maybe we can just kind of do it like this. Basically, I want to take out the boss before that happens. Thank you, Beef Cousins. Appreciate it. Yeah, definitely been some cool stuff. There has been a lot of kind of empty stuff in the middle where we've just been exploring and trying to see what works and what doesn't. But in general, I think we've definitely found some cool tidbits. Especially that cutscene is just hilarious, and the few little lore things that we triggered as well. So I'm thinking now. Sid hideout, by the way. I thought this was like a new area, but this is home basically. Yeah, Toby, I think you're right. It is to do with, I think, defeating Overdrive Sin. KH Mixers, see you next time. Thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate it. So I think I can defeat... I can try and defeat Sin's head. Let's see if this works. With the flags that I have on. Can he Giga Graviton himself and end the battle? This might be funny. Let's see. So yeah, Overdrive Sin Giga Gravitoning itself, even though it's immune, you can win the battle instantly, so that's pretty cool. Ah, man, it doesn't continue from there. Shit. Skip story. Just trying to think which one. If I skip to last battle, does that work? Meet a Micah, airship free. Last battle. Basically, I'm trying to trigger off this dialogue that I want people to see.
A singing ship.
But yeah, Giga Graviton is literally like a... It's like a game over flag. It overrides everything, basically. So... That's why even when it uses against itself, it ends the game. Basically, it ends the battle.
All right. How we going? The E.
Figures.
Okay, Lulu's dialogue didn't trigger there.
Well, let's go.
Oh wow, okay. Okay. I'm mashing X too much, I think. What is going on?
Yeah, that's what I call a plan.
Yeah, I'm breaking the game.
Of course.
All right. Let me that thing a new blow project. I will tell you the truth.
This is brilliant.
Riku, you guard.
Yeah, Ty's face there. I don't know if it carries on like that. I'm just waiting for the scene to end to see if we go back to normal. I've been mashing X to try and get through the dialogue quickly, so maybe it messed something up. I don't know. Brother being the best English speaker in the room. Yeah. Yeah, I can still hear like the fluttery noise in the background. I think the dialogue is broken at this point.
You're counting on me, kid.
Yeah, it's broken. Does this reset it? Yeah, I think that does reset it. Okay. Elise, welcome to the stream. Yes, indeed. 14 years from Dan's Way. I'm trying to press forward again. I think... Is this just like... Is this Overdrive Sin or... That dialogue is definitely... is cool enough to get. What was on the floor where Orange stands? Was it a can? I doubt it. But I think this flag is a bit too early. Basically, I just want to defeat Overdrive Sin quickly and just move on to the next thing.
I can hear the song.
Yes.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, skipping completely breaks it.
We won't let them down.
OD Sin is later, yeah. Okay, so this isn't it, unfortunately. I'm not going to waste any more time with that one. I'll put a link again in the description because it's literally like a minute of, maybe 30 seconds to a minute of dialogue that's really cool. I think it's worth you guys seeing it, if you haven't before. So, I think the final thing we'll do for this stream is to check out some stuff from the program menu, and I think we can wrap things up. Okay, this one, again, there's a lot of broken stuff in here, but there's one or two weird things that might be worth seeing. So let me pull up some information about it too. But yeah, if maybe one of the mods, because you guys can post links, maybe if you guys want, you can post a link to the Orin dialogue that I'm talking about. I remember sharing it on the Discord before. If not, right at the end, I'll paste into the chat as well. For now, I just want to check the program menu. Okay, so a lot of these are broken. So I believe this one's broken. This one's broken. This one works. Now, this one is very weird. Let's have a look at this one. So this is some kind of text test, and of course the year is it's the 9th of September 2001, and to test some kind of font display thing, they've taken a part of an article to do with the 9/11 attacks, which is really weird. But yeah, this is something that's in the debug version of the game. What would have been even weirder is if they somehow got like James Arnold Taylor to read this line. That would have been super duper weird. But yeah, I don't know. This is something that's in there. See you later, Barbo. Thanks for joining us. But yeah, these are all just tests to see certain things. And I don't know how you go back again from this. And then we have Quick Brown Fox is canon in Final Fantasy. Nakazawa is another one that works. Yeah, so again, the same thing I mentioned about the sphere grid. I still wonder if this is basically an indication that there's more than 2 sphere grids originally. But yeah, this is one that we've seen before, I think, basically. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, I think we've seen this one already. Yeah. Okay. I think there's one final thing that I have left to show you guys, and then I can finish this up. But I got to remember whose it was. Is this the right one? No, I need to find the one with Datto or something randomly in it. I forget which one that was. Dave Crafton, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. Stream's coming to a close anyway, so you won't be missing too much. Is it Saito? Yeah, okay, so this was the room. So this was the one where you could change the character model, or like the asset or whatever it is. This one is funny. So you can test different animations with this, and so the first one it's just it's like a sleeping or death animation. You can kind of see him breathing, so I guess he's not dead. He's just asleep. So yeah, this is just an animation test, and you can toggle between the 2 different sleeping positions, I guess. How do we? Okay. That's got to be a death animation. No motion such number. I guess he only has 2 animations in the game. Yeah, for some reason they only give you that many. There's got to be more of them. Again, it's weird. I don't know why there wouldn't be more than that, but fine. Living, breathing, statistical impossibility. Yeah, there's a lot of these gibberish menus here that you have to just try and error your way through to understand what they can do. So that one's to exit at least. This one's gold, so we'll have a look at that. There's just so many parameters here that finding what they all do. Yeah, I'm guessing different font setting these gibberish will be. Again, it's something where I wonder, I don't know if there's a way to kind of restore the original Japanese for this, so that at least for people that understand Japanese, you can translate all these menus properly instead of it being total gibberish, but I don't know. So again, it's just one that needs a lot more trial and error. So this is just to test all of the Owaka stuff, depending on what you pay him at different points in the game and that kind of thing.
I guess it pays to ask. Thank ye kindly, lad. Fine seed money for the Owaka merchant empire.
He's well voice acted too, man. What if I
guess it pays to ask.
Okay, so
Fine seed. Much obliged, lad. I'll be sure to pay ye back.
So yeah, these are all just different Owaka options throughout the game. Would you consider playing Final Fantasy X again in Expert Sphere Grid mode someday? Not really. To me, it just doesn't offer enough of a difference to my normal experience. I'd rather do like, I don't know, a randomizer or a different kind of challenge or Sin Unleash mod. Even like input monster command run where we just get to inspect all of the moves that the enemies have. That's more exciting to me than Expert Sphere Grid.
The stores in the stadium are closed on a
Stadium.
tournament, but I'm always open for business.
So literally just Owaka tests here.
The people here are so into the game they don't even look at what they're buying. Gotta love Blitz, eh?
Okay. So again, just too much stuff to test.
Welcome to Owaka's.
But you can see all the different variations in his shop and what he sells at different times and stuff. Okay, that's that. We've got little kid in Besaid. See you later, Lord. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. You can get Seymour permanently in your party if you use action replay. Yeah, you can. That's one way to do it. And this prototype mod allows you to have him in your party too. Ah, there you go. So interesting tidbit here. Seymour in the Ultimania, his height is listed as like 187 centimeters, just under 6'2". It kind of makes sense. I mean, he's a tall guy, he's a big guy. But what's weird to me is that Jekt is listed as 190 centimeters, which is basically almost 6'3". So he's technically taller than Seymour, but there's just no way from the character models in the game. It's just not. There's no way that's right. So the Ultimania's heights have always been a bit odd. Swimsuit Riku. The next one is Headless Seymour, I believe. Ah, not quite. Definitely not Headless Seymour. But yeah, the next one is, you've got the wedding outfit models next. It's always still creepy to me that they all have their blinks. Like everything is T-pose, but the blink still works. It's the hair making Seymour look taller. Honestly, if you look at where his hairline begins, he's still way taller than Tidus. And Tidus is like 5'10" or something? 5'9", 5'10". So I don't know. Maybe Jack was the one who gave those numbers. He probably exaggerated a bit. Totally agree with that. But yes, Headless Seymour. Definitely weird. And then you've got young Orin here. I think his height is listed fairly accurately. I think it's like 181, something like that. Almost just under 6 foot. So I think that makes sense. But yeah, after this one, for example, for some reason you don't get any new ones. Unless we get lucky. I did spend some time just testing random numbers, but I didn't get anything beyond that. Again, why? Like, there's so many more NPCs in the game. Why is it only those guys? I really don't know. But yeah, you can't get anything more, unfortunately. Yeah, we've seen that already. Yeah, Waka does nothing. Young or no. Yes, it's a list of party characters, not NPCs. Well, I mean, Wedding Seymour's not playable, but I don't know. But yeah, I guess it's a list of characters that have been in the party in their different outfits, so it probably makes sense. I'm trying to find the one where we can actually look at like every single character in the game. Map refresh. Yeah, it's just refresh. Can you choose to play as any playable character in the game in this test/debug mode? I'm pretty sure you can't, so you have to pick a party member to be able to do that. Land height woodman start. Yeah, so you can set this flag on so that Waka follows you around the map if you want to test stuff to do with that. Fair enough. Again, just a whole bunch of different options here. You can see some Tidus animations here. But again, most of them just don't work. Yeah, I don't know. Just too much stuff. Okay, I think I can really start to wrap this up now. If there's anything you guys want me to specifically test out the things that you've seen so far before we finish up, then you can let me know. But I think I'm done. After map data refreshness, Tidus. Stream doesn't end until we uncover the full can lore. I would have loved to, but we didn't manage to find it, man. That's for another day. Where is Debug Chocobo Racing? It's true. I mean, I haven't seen it. Show Seymour Omnis with the monster command setting. I think that's the thing that people are mostly curious about. That's the thing that interested me the most as well. Being able to try these bosses with with these battle settings. I always thought that was really cool. Input monster command on. Yeah. Event battle. Fusion Seymour. Man, Vietnam flashbacks of the first version of what P. Birdman designed for this battle. In the P. Birdman mod, it was ridiculous. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you can't like select turns for the multiphasms around him. It's just him. So it's more simple than it looks, really. There must be other things that we don't really get to access. Let me just... Sorry, the music overlapped there. But yeah, the music not changing is definitely annoying for this. But... I did try things like summoning Anima against Seymour Flux instead, to see if that changed anything, but unfortunately it didn't. Where's his San Marta? Good point. Is there a way to pit two controlled enemies against each other, like making a Flan fight Seymour? So, pretty sure you can't, unfortunately. That's the kind of thing you can't do here. You need to use like cheats and that kind of thing. You've got to hack the game basically to be able to do those things. So unfortunately, that's not an option. I mean, at most, like I say, you can just add Seymour into the game if you like, and just basically do a Seymour run without technically activating, like using an external cheat device. So you can kind of just set that up. . Shame not hearing the Seymour battle song. Agreed. Is that a save sphere in the middle? That's so weird. Save sphere orb. There's 2 auto potions here. Yeah, of course. I mean, when there's 2 Seymours, I think it's very normal that they throw it to the wrong Seymour. You can't actually use any moves. That's weird. I guess his first form, but he should be able to use like his multi stuff, no? Yeah, I guess some weird things happen depending on what parameters you have chosen.
Come, anima.
Yeah, the animation doesn't work. 3 different attack types. Anime equals door. Oh, wait a minute. The FFX darkness? Okay. That's kind of interesting. Honestly, I forget Anima's original moveset. The last time I fought Anima without it being the P Birdman mod or without some other stuff, it's been so long. Yeah, Anima had a normal attack that does darkness. That wasn't originally in the game, right? So they must have removed this version, I think. Yeah, so you've got a silence one too. I'll show you guys the overdrive in a second as well. I've shown it once before, but I'll wrap up with that. So this is attack variant number 3. Can you get Seymour to shout Seymour? I wish I could. Original anime just boost, pain, oblivion. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it didn't have that kind of stuff before, so that's pretty cool. Let me show you guys Seymour's overdrive as well. Maverick TG, thank you for the love. But yeah, these are, again, unused moves in the final game, so it's another little mini discovery. I don't know why we can't use these ones. I guess it's dependent on like the overdrive bar and stuff, and we don't have that, so... Yeah, Anima is literally a door here. That's so strange. Okay. But there's just endless things that you can experiment with, especially with the battle menu. It's just so fun. I'm gonna take off the damage flag. I'm just gonna make that normal. That might be a reason why when choosing normal count, constant damage will be disabled. Okay. Stuff like test stage, I think this is like monster arena stuff. Again, there is some broken stuff here too. I figured it out. The can is the brother of the kid who wants to be a Blitzball. Maybe there was a kid that wanted to become a can. They got their wish. Item death possessed by you, Yevon. Okay. Let's just try and get all of these Aeons like this. See if the game doesn't break, and then we can see you, Yevon, as well. And then I think we can finish up for this anniversary stream. Vanafor is still there. That's weird. Okay, so Vanafor is still there. Death is just like an animation rather than literal thing happening. It doesn't actually have the death status, I think. Yeah, so it doesn't actually work, and I think maybe to get it to even appear in the battle you have to do this. Let's see it. So it kind of uses Possessed by you, Yevon, as like a preemptive move before the battle begins, I think. in order to materialize, but obviously it's still not working properly here. And I've disabled the maximum damage flag, so it's going to take us ages to try and kill it. Yeah, this is what I mean. It's just, you can't choose attack, by the way. Weirdly enough, again, it doesn't have its normal moveset. So some aspects of it work, and some aspects of it don't. But I'm sure if anyone curious about Final Fantasy X, it's a really fun thing to mess around with. We did have a look at most of it today, but there's so many little menus and things that I think collectively there's probably still more things to find if everybody decides to have a look at it and mess around. So I think I can wrap up for this live stream. I don't want to drag it on too long. We had a good time, and hopefully there's going to be more live streams in the future. I think one of the first ones I'm actually thinking of doing is an Elden Ring one. So I completed the game, but because the LP is so long and there's so much to edit and upload still in the schedule, I think it might be nice to kind of just talk to people about my experience with Elden Ring, and if you have any questions about the LP and how things went and that kind of thing, it might be fun to chat about that with you guys. You can see like what my final character looked like, what kind of build I had and that kind of thing. So I'll probably do something like that for Elden Ring in like the next week or two. There's the Ozma live streams that I'm planning to do. That'll probably be when Final Fantasy IV is over, just as a bit of a stopgap between Final Fantasy IV and the one after, which will be Final Fantasy III Pixel Remaster most likely. So we'll try and do some live streams where I go on the journey to getting to Ozma and fighting Ozma. So that's another live stream to expect. There's a Blitzball thing that I mentioned previously too. There's a Blitzball idea that I'm working on that I'd like to share on the channel too. So in general, there is going to be more live stream stuff happening. This particular stream, once it's done, it's going to be like live on the channel. You can just watch it, like watch the replay, and watch it anytime you like. Any discoveries that people find, I strongly suggest people to check out the FFX prototype and just have a look at it and do some exploring and testing of your own. Find that can, or find any other little tidbits of lore or trivia or anything like that. I always love to see it, so it should be a lot of fun. But thank you to everybody that joined me for this one. Really do appreciate it. Thank you for all the love, the donations, all the banter. We always come up with some new memes and stuff every time there's a stream, so it's always good fun, and hopefully we'll do more of these in the future. So I'm going to wrap up here. I will see you all soon. Thank you for helping the channel to survive for 14 years and still thrive to this day. So I will see you all soon. Take care, everybody.